What is up, guys, and welcome to a video on why you should pre-order the Elite Trooper Deluxe Edition for Star Wars Battlefront 2. So I'll be going over which edition, whether you should just get the standard one, whether you should even pre-order it at all, and what you get if you go for the Elite Edition. So first, I'm going to tell you what you get for pre-ordering it, because you might be thinking you're not sure about pre-ordering it yet because of the gameplay, which I'm more interested in doing that, because I really want to see how much they've changed the gameplay up, because the first one I felt was a little bit light and the power-ups just didn't fit in. But if you pre-order this, you will get Kylo Ren and Rey themed looks inspired by The Last Jedi Episode 8, and you'll get epic ability upgrades and much more, they say. So I'm really not sure what an epic ability is. This will be a recurring thing for what bonuses you get. But an epic ability seems to be similar to star cards, I think, where you'll be able to, or at least with heroes, your abilities with your bumpers, where you'll be able to do a special move and something that we'll probably see in the film that will then get ported over to the game. So next up is what you get for the deluxe edition of the game. And it says here that the Star Wars Battlefront 2 Elite Trooper Deluxe Edition turns your troopers into the ultimate opponents. Every trooper class, which is the Officer, Assault, Heavy and the Specialist, is upgraded, which delivers superior firepower, deadly weapon modifications and epic combat abilities. So you'll see here again, it means epic comes up again. So I think that just means a very unique and special ability that you'll get. But what's quite interesting here is that it says deadly weapon modifications. So that might mean that our base weapons will be able to be upgraded and changed as we progress through the game, which will be very interesting to see. And I've got the specifics on the website as well, where you will receive a range of bonuses, which includes access to play Battlefront 2 on November the 14th. Now, it was originally, well, it has been announced for November the 17th, but this gives you 3 days earlier time to play, which is really good. This is a really good bonus to put in, because then you'll be able to test out everything else you get. You'll be able to test out and see, and some other people might be more interested in getting this version from earlier reviews of it. But you also get upgraded versions of all 4 trooper classes, which we heard about above, which there's no specifics on that. We don't really know what that is yet. It could just be like a special skin for it, but it could be special abilities, more health, more extra stuff like that. We also get 4 epic ability upgrades, 1 for each trooper class, which is a bit more specific, where we'll get maybe an extra weapon, or similar to something like the grenade or like a pulse cannon. Maybe for some of the specialist classes you'll get a special sort of weapon that can be used not too often, but you can still use it during a match. You also get instant weapon unlocks and weapon modifications for each trooper class. Again, weapon modifications, we don't know what that entails yet, but that's still very interesting to look forward to. But the instant weapon unlocks is what's very interesting here, because you'd expect for a game like this that they'd want you to play this game for a long time, and that they'd want you to keep coming back for the grind to unlock more stuff. But if you get instant weapon unlocks from pre-ordering the game and getting a special edition, I'm not sure if that's the best thing, but maybe it won't unlock all of the DLC weapons and stuff like the HUT contracts. Maybe they'll still be in it. But it's very interesting that you get the weapons immediately, and that you won't have to work too hard to progress through the game, unless with these weapon modifications, if you put more time into each weapon, you'll get extra stuff, which then does keep you coming back, and that's a purpose to come back. We also, as seen before, we get exclusive Kylo Ren and Rey themed looks inspired by Episode 8, The Last Jedi, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure how different Rey's is. We possibly got a bit of a look of her maybe in her get-up where she goes to the island to meet Luke. That could be what she's wearing. And for Kylo, this is quite interesting, because there is a picture of him where you'll see him, and this is going to be him without his helmet, which is really cool, because it seems like the Episode 7 version will be him with his helmet, and obviously without the helmet he's got the scar now, and he looks slightly crazed. He's got a yellow tint to his eyes and everything. So that'll be very interesting to see bring something new and unique to your hero. You also get epic ability modifiers for Kylo and Rey, which again, that could just be a special ability, maybe if we see Kylo Ren use a certain force power, a new force power, that could be included into the game, and maybe something Rey learns from Luke, that could be brought into the game. And finally, there's an epic ability modifier for the Millennium Falcon, which is pretty cool. As you'll know, there are space battles in Battlefront 2 now, which is something everyone's been wanting for ages. So this could be a new blaster, maybe a certain lock-on missile that's like an insta-kill, but something new for the Millennium Falcon. So just because you've got an elite trooper thing doesn't mean you won't get any new abilities for your space battles as well. So that's very good that they've pandered it towards all the audience, because if you're someone who goes on it just for the space battles now, if that's why you're getting Battlefront 2, then you could get this special edition and a new ability with it. So that's why you should get this game, but more interesting is when you should, because if you're buying it right now, you're someone who's obviously been with Battlefront from the start and you're really excited for this and you're going to put hundreds of hours on this. You're going to spend every day as much time as you can, because you're putting so much faith in this that no matter how it turns out, if the gameplay turns out to be terrible, you might have just wasted, for the Elite Edition, you might have just wasted £80, which is you're going to feel bad for yourself, aren't you, in the end? I mean, that's unlikely. This game does look like it's going to be really good, and the campaign looks amazing. Multiplayer, all eras, like, it's so positive. But you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. You don't want to, like, go for it right now. I would wait until at least E3. Because E3, you're going to see a working build of it. You're going to see people playing it like you did with Battlefield 1 last year. And then you'll get the true representation of the game. And then, if you're really excited for this, then I think is the best time to go for it. But again, you could just like watch that and be like, yes, I'm definitely going to get this. But then just wait until it's closer to the date, because right now they're selling the normal version, the normal edition, standard edition, I think it is. They're still selling that for 60 quid, which is huge. And I think that's because you're pre-ordering it so early. Whereas I think as it gets closer, the price might go down, maybe closer to 50. I'm hoping that, and I'm going to wait until quite late. I might get the deluxe edition. I'm really not sure yet, because I want to see more gameplay and I want to see more of that. But the 3-day head start is something that's really tempting me more, and I expect you're thinking that too, because, well, especially for this being a YouTube channel, if you get a 3-day head start, that means if you don't get it, then you're losing 3 days on everyone else, and you get the 3-day head start, and you'd get content on here straight away. So I'm most likely to get this deluxe edition, and if you're interested in that sort of stuff and being one of the first people to play it, then I think you should too. But I'm not saying I don't think buying it now is a wise purchase, wise decision. I think it's better if you wait, you get the gameplay, you get a feel for what the game's going to be like, and then you make your educated decision, because right now going for it's completely uneducated and you don't know. So that's my thoughts on it, and that's the end of this video. Leave a like if you are excited for Battlefront 2, and if you're going to buy this Elite Trooper Deluxe Edition, leave a comment down below and tell me if you've already bought it, then really tell me, and tell me why you have. And if you're planning to, tell me when you're planning to, and if you're not, then tell me why as well. And leave that down below in the comments. And subscribe for more Battlefront videos. I will be bringing everything to do with Star Wars Battlefront onto this channel.